In this video, I'm gonna quickly show you a few tips when drawing your croquis. So in regards to drawing legs, notice how the legs has a tapered shape. So it tapers from here all the way down to the ankle, and the knee is right in the middle of the leg. Then as you can notice, the two widest curves in the leg come from the thigh and from the calf, followed by the knee, which will be a little bit smaller. The thigh is drawn wider than the calf. So as you can see here, the thigh is slightly wider than the calf. Then the calf is drawn narrower than the thigh. So you're just following that nice tapered shape. The knee has its own little curve, as you can see here. So it goes in and out to the same way, and it's drawn like a little bend in the leg contour. The leg can be divided by its proportion, drawing the thigh length equal to the calf length. So you can do this length the same as this, okay? So this is pretty much how you do. If you're struggling to come up with all the curves, this is a quick and easy way you can just do until you find the right way to do it. So you can just go from the hip and from the bottom of your torso, just draw a straight line that narrows down to the ankle point. Mark the knee right at the middle. Then from here, where your thigh is, you can go out a little bit. Not too much, otherwise it will be a bit weird. And where the knee is, you're going in a little bit. So you're just coming in and kicking out again, because here where the cuff is, we're going out again and drawing back in. So I'll do that in a pencil in a minute. And then the inside will be the same, just slightly out. Then you draw it in, slightly draw it in before your knee position. Then you go marking your knee and you continue with your calf. So I'll just mark this with my little marker so it's easier. This is a good practice exercise. And then for the ankle kicks out a little bit, and then you just slightly open where your toes are. Now, when drawing arms, the full front arm proportion is half to half, the same way the legs are. So you can see how this is the same length as this. So to practice drawing arms, practice the very subtle curves of the arm by naturally adding simplified contours where the natural muscle curves are. So using the elbow as a guide for the middle of the fashion arm. So what we can do here, see where the elbow, where the shoulder point is. So here you can draw a little circle just as a guideline. Then this is where your elbow will be. Your elbow is always where your waistline is. Then from here we can draw a slightly wider piece, and then another one just right below the elbow. I know I usually draw mine very simplified and very skinny, but this is the correct form to follow. So from here we're just going out and in a little bit, then you go out slightly and in at the elbow, and then out and in. And this is how your muscles will show. If you would like to add hair and let's say shoes to your little to your croquis, simple things can be done. So first of all, once you found your head, you can mark where the hair line will be. So you have a forehead, so it will be slightly above that. You can then decide if you want to do your hair split in the middle, or if you want to do a tie hair, or the way you think it's easier. So I'm just going to do my regular split front, and then where your ears are, you can just go behind in this case. So I'm just adding some look-alike hair there, just a few lines, and then from behind my head is my hair following. Or if you'd like, you can also add some little fringing, and maybe just do like a short hair. I don't normally spend much time drawing hair unless I'm building a new template. This is the quickest ways of doing it, so I usually just try to keep it simple. It saves me time and it looks good. So give it a go and try a few different ways that it's easy for you and it won't consume much time when going through your design development. Another thing is drawing open toe shoes and closed toe shoes. So this is your foot. So let's do a quick open toe. So this is the sole of my sandals, for example. And now we're gonna do little toes. So the big toe is a little bit bigger than the other ones. And then that's one big one. And then you do 4 little ones. And let's just do a little strap there. And that's it. Otherwise, if you're doing a pointy closed toe shoe, just angle the tops. And there we go.